What if the most powerful tool in your intellectual arsenal isn't your memory, your vocabulary, or your ability to calculate complex numbers, but something much quieter and far more devastating? We've been conditioned to believe that intelligence is a loud, visible force, the person who wins every debate or the one who always has the fastest answer. But psychology reveals a different truth. The truly brilliant among us possess a secret weapon that has nothing to do with what they know, and everything to do with how they manage their own minds. This hidden advantage is what allows them to stay calm when everyone else is panicking, to find solutions where others see dead ends, and to navigate life with an almost uncanny level of precision. Today, we are going to peel back the curtain on the psychological mechanics of the elite mind and reveal the one secret weapon that smart people use to stay ahead and how you can start wielding it yourself. This secret weapon is a psychological concept known as metacognition, which is quite literally thinking about thinking. While most people are lost in the flow of their own thoughts, reacting impulsively to every emotion or external stimulus, the highly intelligent individual operates with a secondary observer layer in their brain. Imagine your mind as a busy cockpit. Most people are just trying to keep the plane in the air, but the metacognitive thinker is the air traffic controller looking at the entire map. They don't just have a thought, they analyze why they are having it. They ask themselves, why do I believe this is true? Or, is my ego clouding my judgment right now? This ability to step outside of oneself and audit one's own mental processes is the ultimate safeguard against bias and error. It's the reason smart people seem so objective. They are constantly debugging their own mental software in real time. Flowing from this metacognitive foundation is the second edge of their secret weapon, strategic silence. In our modern culture, silence is often viewed as a void that needs to be filled, or worse, a sign of weakness. But in the world of high-level psychology, silence is a power move. Smart people use silence as a data-gathering tool. By refusing to rush into speech, they force the other person to reveal more information, more emotion, and more of their underlying intentions. This creates a massive information asymmetry. While the other person is busy trying to sound impressive, the intelligent observer is busy connecting dots and identifying patterns that aren't visible on the surface. They understand that you cannot learn while you are talking. This strategic use of the pause allows them to process information at a deeper level, ensuring that when they finally do speak, their words hit with the force of a surgical strike rather than a scattered shot. The third component of the secret weapon is what we call pattern recognition on autopilot. While it might look like intuition or a gut feeling to an outsider, it is actually the result of a mind that has been trained to look for the invisible threads that connect disparate ideas. Highly intelligent people are obsessed with systems, not just symptoms. They don't just see a problem at work. They see the flaw in the communication system that caused it. They don't just see a trend in the market. They see the psychological shift in human behavior driving it. This ability to zoom out and see the macro view while others are trapped in the micro details gives them a predictive power that feels almost like magic. They aren't predicting the future, they are simply seeing the present more clearly than everyone else. This systemic thinking allows them to solve problems before they even manifest, making them indispensable in any environment. However, perhaps the most counterintuitive part of this secret weapon is the concept of selective ignorance. In an age of information overload, most people try to know everything about everything, which leads to mental exhaustion and shallow thinking. The truly smart individual understands that brain power is a finite resource. They are ruthlessly protective of their attention. They intentionally choose to be ignorant of trivialities. The latest celebrity scandal, the viral outrage of the day, or the endless loop of breaking news, so they can keep their RAM free for the things that actually matter. They don't care about appearing informed in a superficial way. They care about being deeply competent in their chosen domains. This selective focus is what allows them to achieve in 6 months what takes others 6 years. They aren't working harder, they are just working with a much sharper lens. Finally, the secret weapon is held together by an unwavering commitment to intellectual humility. This is the psychological safety net that prevents intelligence from turning into arrogance. The smartest people are not afraid to look stupid. They are the ones in the meeting asking the basic questions that everyone else is too embarrassed to ask. By admitting what they don't know, they gain access to the very information that others miss out on due to their pride. They view their mind not as a trophy case for facts, but as a laboratory for truth. They are perfectly happy to kill their own darlings and discard their most cherished beliefs if the evidence proves them wrong. This lack of ego makes them incredibly dangerous competitors because they are impossible to trap. You cannot trap a mind that isn't attached to its own reflection. In the end, the secret weapon of the highly intelligent isn't a high IQ score or a specialized degree. It is a combination of self-awareness, strategic patience, systemic observation, and the courage to be wrong. It is the realization that your mind is a tool that must be sharpened, audited, and protected every single day. If you can learn to watch your own thoughts, to embrace the power of silence, and to focus your attention only on the things that move the needle, you will find that you are no longer just reacting to the world, you are shaping it. Intelligence isn't something you are born with, it is something you practice. And once you start using these psychological secret weapons, you'll find that the gap between you and everyone else begins to widen in ways you never thought possible.